Brightshadow versus BladeTwinSwords. Brightshadow, 6th edition, been around for quite a while. Could possibly be the oldest in the mystery community. Is was a big discussion recently on the Discord. Um, is pretty good at games. Generally beats me, and is just pretty good at games. We also got BladeTwinSwords, one of the oldest competitors here. 15th edition, only missing a few. Not oldest as far as age, but oldest as in like been in a lot of MTs.
Yeah,
In one year, I think
MT4.
subbed like 100 games or something to Mystery Tournament. Game Boy games.
Yeah, and you look at the win rates, right? Obviously BTS has more wins by just being around longer, but they're pretty similar. They're those slightly above 50% win rates. In my mind, these players are like actually, if I just had to name two players who are at the same skill level, I wouldn't be surprised before the tournament if I just said Bright Shadow and BTS.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, I think
they're
so. I think that this could go either way. I think this is going to be pretty evenly matched. This is a game I think we have a game, and I did play this, but I don't remember much about it.
oh no. There's like certain things that you see when you just open a paste bin and you're like, "Oh, it's this type of game." Complete level 64.
Yep, this is a lot of levels.
It's not the record for this MT. I think that might go to
Might be the
the
record for
one
this MT. Although no, we did the
the
one
one
screen
button
jump
game.
1 and 2,
Yeah.
which was like 150. Yeah, nothing's gonna pass that. I don't think. Um, yeah, that was one I forgot about that. Yeah, I don't think anything's gonna pass that up. Let's see what else they've played this tournament.
We saw what is quickly becoming an MT classic with Scooby-Doo and the Cyber Chase. Uh,
Yeah, we've seen it twice, two years in a row.
Against Aspion, a good win there, and then Block Source, which has been nominated as one of the games that random people will know, browser game where you play as a block. I want to say domino basically, and you roll around. So a puzzle game and a platformer game. Won
Yeah.
the platformer, lost the puzzle. On the left side, we have the word golf, and given this is MT18, winning in a golf game is always a good omen there for Bright Shadow. I don't remember the golf game. I did the commentary. I don't remember it being particularly furious.
No,
And
so
then
that was an interesting one. The first time that was raised, it was like a huge problem because it was a bunch of 144 hertz issues. And so yeah, that was it was fun to see an actual race of that game that wasn't didn't come down to like it running differently for different people.
I think
But
that was the one that we found out that if you mash the continue button, it then skips a level entirely.
oh yeah, yeah, it does.
Uh, so probably won't be seen again. If you want to see more furious golf, I suggest watching the VOD, or YouTube there eventually. And then Skyline Garden Defense, which I remember seeing the title. I probably watched the race, but it just sounds like Plants vs Zombies to me, and I know it's not. What was that?
It was a game. You could almost call it a lawn mowing game, sort of. It was like Cubert, where you had to touch
Oh
every
yeah,
square, but it was the levels weren't. There was one level that was laid out like Cubert, but it was yeah, there was Cubert Mountain. I think I said as like sort of a like a byline on the back of the box, trap yourself in a tomb of your own making. So that's if that gives you enough information. Probably
yeah.
doesn't.
It,
but
it, I remember there was multiple Cubert mountains,
yeah,
and the rooks, the very spooky, slowly moving toward you, castles. This game that we've got coming up, I'm looking at what we have had previously. It should be unlike all of them, so we'll test something new.
yeah. This is not a flash game, but it is in the style of a flash. It's that kind of game. Kind of quick puzzle platformer style levels. This was one I've never heard of. I don't know if this is like a classic from people's childhoods or if it's old or new or what. I played it, but I have no context for this, so maybe someone in chat will know.
I mean, other than like I want to be the guys, when I'm thinking of like classic Flash games, you've got you got like the elephant game, the one that like changes the doesn't change the level at all, but changes the
Oh,
mechanic.
yeah, you've got Bloxors, which we're seeing right here. And
Not a platformer, but sure.
oh
We're,
no,
we're,
if you're
we're
talking specifically platformers, then yes,
we're doing the
very
same
true.
bit again. One person just refusing to name platformers while Myth was going through it. This is the only level.
Um,
Uh,
if you're talking platformers, well, my dog's barking, but that's all right. Oh man, we have no good picture for this. This is also this like game. It feels very Flash in the sense that it's like a cheap game, probably made by one person, which is fine. Sometimes we like those, but that's the style that this is.
yeah. There's like people are still making these sort of games. They're just you have to dig for them on Steam or itch.io, and they're usually game jams, and they're usually too short. uh,
Yeah, but sometimes we just find incredible stuff. I mean, honestly, there's so much. There's so many games. We're never gonna
it
run
turns
out,
out,
friends. We're never gonna run out. People are like, we already picked all the good ones. Not
I'm
true.
like,
Not only are
I'm
there new
pretty sure
ones,
more
there's
good
plenty of
ones
old
come
ones we
out.
haven't found. There's so many
Yeah,
games.
if there's a good game coming out per day, uh, and I don't think we're that far off, from that sort of pace. We're just being outdone on the regular. Some of them, however, will annoy some of the racers because it turns out not Spring Dash wasn't that good. This menu hurts me. It reminds
we,
me of things that I played in a classroom when I was meant to be
I
doing.
think I think this is the style. This is why I want to know if like this is actually old and people like know about that this and maybe are a little bit younger than I am and are like, oh yeah, I played this, in math class or whatever. You know what I mean? Like it seems like this might be like 10 years old or something. But I honestly
Ten-
don't know.
to be clear, 10 years old is 2014.
Yeah.
In
So that's
my
what I'm
mind,
saying.
this
I don't
is
think this is like 2005. That's why I'm saying if someone's oh sorry, I said older. I meant to say if someone's younger than me. I wasn't still in high school in 2014, but somebody
yeah,
else
yeah,
may
yeah.
have been.
I mean, this very much. I mean, it's not if it's not Flash, then it might not be
Yeah, I
because it
guess
just
that's
feels
true.
like almost every game from like I'm gonna say 2007 just was Flash. You just didn't have as many HTML, whatever the other formats are. Um, but this menu looks almost precisely like every game in 2008. We'll see what the actual gameplay looks like. I'm gonna assume that we are a man who can't jump.
We are indeed a man who can't jump.
Yeah, I'm looking at the controls. It says arrow keys to move. So I'm curious what the up key does.
It's a good question. I think they probably just wrote arrow keys. The up key probably does nothing. Well, it says it. Oh no, the up key does something huge actually. So, and they don't know what it is yet, but that's what it is. You just saw it. You can raise any vertical slice, or would that be a vertical slice? Yes, vertical slice of the level that you want to. Um, and you can also you can't lower it back down. I don't think. No, I don't think you can. I'm not getting sound. Let's
Yeah,
see if Brightshadow has it.
I'm hearing it on my side.
Oh, really? Oh, it's just really
That's
quiet.
music though. That's better.
There we go.
This feels like a game that's gonna have multiple solutions. Uh,
The
it's just
later
a
levels are pretty specific. At the start, yes, for sure. I was surprised. Sometimes we get games like this, and they are like 15 minutes long or something and are like pretty easy. This game gets pretty hard. This is a pretty challenging game that has like a lot going on.
Yeah, we are beating a lot of levels as a reminder.
Yeah.
I'll get it. Level 64. I'm curious to see how that paces. Where if it's like 20 easy levels and then 40 levels that don't take 5 seconds. Brightshadow's making movement and BTS is pausing, which is not as good.
No,
Um,
you don't need to get the stars. BTS got the star. Hopefully the pace bin tells you don't need to get the stars.
Pacebin says, "Don't touch lasers. You die. Don't bother with stars. Not part of the goal."
Okay, yeah. Well, BTS knows he's supposed to read. If he doesn't, more power to him. It's on him.
On the learning what's useful in a pacebin, we got the Maurice text. It's pretty self-explanatory. You got this. Go, go, go.
Brightshadow's taking a train.
Does that count as a level? Is that one of our 64? I
I
guess
don't know. Okay, so
if it
now
has a,
we can go down, but only on these down arrows.
we'll see it from BTS here not too shortly.
And the crazy thing is that you press up to do it, if I remember correctly.
Huh. Sure.
So still the down arrow does not do anything. Despite the fact that they showed it on the screen. So Bright Shadow was hoping that wrapped, which, I mean, worth trying. It doesn't, though. If you run a coin off screen, you lose.
I'm not seeing it, actually. Like, you can definitely prep, like, a staircase to get out of the coin. But I don't know how you get back up. We've been given the option to skip levels, which is the most insulting thing a game can do.
So the way you get back up is to use the spot where the coin is. There you go. Because that's the only place that doesn't have the down arrow. And then once you're up here, you're good.
Yeah. Kind of had to be, right? There just wasn't anything else to do.
Yeah.
Okay. So... Yep, there's a problem. You made a mess, and you'll have to solve it in the future. Yeah, I can see why this game is not free.
Mm-hmm. Although it is free monetarily, if you'd like to play it. It's on Congregate.
We always offer people to join races. As a note, we have the link. If you like are just looking to play the game, you don't have to necessarily be in a race starting at the exact same time. If you only want to make that decision once you see it, and you don't want to listen to our our sweet tones, feel free to go play the man who can't jump but can definitely do a cartwheel.
Yeah, I would say if I had, like in real life, could not jump but could do this, totally fine with that. I think.
You'd press that red button?
I think this is a far more useful ability than jumping.
Earthbending better than jumping.
So what Bright Shadow needs to do here? Actually, I can draw it.
Oh, yes.
Well, I say I can try. I'm pretty bad with mouse drawing. But, this is an easy level. To draw, at least. It took me a while to figure
annoyed Maurice recently, because I haven't bookmarked the link for being able to draw. And so I just messaged him just to bump it up my DMs so I could find it easier.
Oh no, that's wrong. I drew it in the wrong spot. That's funny.
He gave me a telling off and just said bookmark it. And I'm like, yeah, that's fair.
So you have to raise this up and then fall here. Yep, and then Bright Shadow did it just as I got a chance to draw it.
I imagine a lot of the puzzle in this game as we move forward is going to be what order we do things in. This is curious. So we need to go up one near the start. Otherwise, there's no floor for this coin to be on.
You can actually just kind of step out and grab it.
Oh,
So I
I
think
thought
it's
this was
pretty
a
bad that
Brightshadow.
Brightshadow died there, because you don't have to fall. You could just kind of step out a little bit and
Oh, you
grab it.
do the like a pixel trick.
Yeah, there we go.
It was a big part of like our conversations in MT17. But it's always fun to bring it back. The stepping on half a block is like often a way to either have a solution or like cheese a level. Uh, in this case, it was, I think, cheese. I think I saw the hashtag intended solution, which you should never do.
Yeah, BTS is moving right through now.
Yeah, Brightshadow like spent one extra loop, like second try to level. BTS just
Boom, look at that. Perfect solve. And that is the way you solve that level, is just kind of a difficult fall. And because if you do it from the top of the screen, you end up hitting the wall and you can't fall at the correct angle.
I mean, there isn't really another option. Like, I think BTS will, not BTS, Brightshadow will, yeah, try this and find out if it's the right
Yeah, I
height or
think
not.
that's one too low, but yeah.
Trial and error puzzles in MT are always curious. Like, we don't want to just have a whole game that's trial and error, right? Because then it just gets a bit silly. But there is like a magic instinct to go, yeah, this is the right height. I've been playing this game for 10 minutes and I know.
I know.
Uh,
So now we have slopes, new mechanic. They can be a little confusing, to be honest, the way that they work, but you'll get used to it. Generally, if you're on a slope, you can walk up it. But you can also do that, where if you run across a gap like that, yeah. So you can fall in the middle, but like... Well, so BladeTwinSwords is not making any progress here.
yeah, this is nice. You're doing something. I don't think the something is resulting in you winning this level.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. The coins, it's nice to know what they do when they hit the top ceiling. They fall shamefully. There we go. Now, there is a concern here. It's that you have not solved the puzzle. Meanwhile, BTS is like screwing about basically. Just very much
Yeah,
has
the
that
game
feel.
tells you to use the menu to skip the level. That is not how the players will beat this level.
I assume that the pate's been said, hey, don't skip. Or we're at least assuming that they won't.
Yeah, I hope it did.
I'm not seeing it immediately, but I'm also
Here we go. BTS has
terrible
it.
at reading basements, apparently.
Brightshadow is super overcomplicating this level, and I did the same thing, actually. I remember...
Really?
Yeah, I remember Maurice being like, why don't you just walk to the right? Or, like, just move that down and then move that up and fall on top of the boxes.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I don't know. And then I
wasn't
just didn't.
I wasn't commenting on it because I was like, I don't want to just insult Brightshadow for what feels like an easy puzzle, but if you've done it too, then
I don't know what it is. It just, the level seems so much more complicated than it is.
I was looking at the BladeTwinSword puzzle that we had, like, or level, a moment ago, and this would be really funny if it was all you had to do was just raise the coin up 5 and solve it. The really cruel idea that puzzle games do of there is no mechanic, it's just the original mechanic. But I put it on level 20 trick.
BladeTwinSwords
No,
is...
this is so conservative, but it's correct.
Okay. I don't know if you have to do it that way. There we go. Brightshadow solving that level. Moving on. The slopes. BladeTwinSwords has a pretty significant lead at this point. Not going to be easy.
We've got the funky half slope arrow. It's the exact same mechanic, but they couldn't fit it on a block. this is what I was talking about. I really did feel like this coin was close enough to the ground that you could just just pull it up and pull it out.
Oh no!
If it
BTS made just a slight error. Oh, again, also, I don't think it's too high now. Opting for an in-universe death instead of a menu restart. I don't know which is faster, but not having to pause is always nice. Especially if you have to take your hands in a different position on the keyboard.
Yeah, this is another game. I think it's incredibly true of the era where the titles can help you. That level that BTS just went through was called Ramp Instructor 3.0. And so if you're wondering what shape to make the triangles go into, I'm gonna say it was probably meant to be a ramp.
Absolutely.
This is also the era where devs love to troll you, so it's not foolproof in any sense, but
yeah, luckily this game is I would call this a pretty straightforward puzzle game, honestly. It's unique though. It's not Sokoban, and that's kind of cool. I don't think there's any block pushing at all, unless I'm forgetting. Not that Sokoban is just automatically bad, but it's not. It's nice to find a puzzle game that isn't based on, because there just aren't so many puzzle games. That's just where they go. But this is a pretty unique game, honestly. I don't know too many games that are just like this.
yeah, I know. Like, when I think of like the best of the games from like the Flash era, it's often just like a game that just uses a lot of easy mechanics and uses them well with like a character that plays well.
Mm-hmm.
This is the only level is like by far the one that's coming most to mind. Brightshadow, you need to do the staircase.
Yep, and he's doing it.
Yeah, he's made this look easy.
There we go. Brightshadow's catching up because this is a really difficult level.
I mean, another good useful title. Don't go over the top. We're getting close to the top though. Be careful there. Meanwhile, Brightshadow's on the other level that I thought had a really friendly name.
Yeah, and gets it immediately. Took BTS 3 or 4 tries, and now they're back to the same level again. What a race!
I mentioned at the beginning of the proceedings, I thought these players are about as evenly matched as it comes. We very much have the data on both of them. BTS because he's been in MT for so long. Brightshadow joins a lot of races. I thought that if it came down to like if it was a platformer, the BladeTwinSwords like might have the slight advantage. Which kind of makes you feel like
Brightshadow is pretty good at retro platformers. He does retro achievement stuff a lot, which is like a thing where people have added achievements to retro games. I think this is Brightshadow has it, but just messed up in the middle here. Didn't need to do that. Well, actually does need to do it, but needs to raise everything else up to match it. No. Oh, well, okay.
Meanwhile,
I think BTS has it.
Actually has it.
I think BTS has it, yep. Difficult level. Taking the train. Oh, there is Sokoban. Sokoban detected, everybody.
Do we know how many were in each world?
It don't.
It might be 16. So
it might be.
like,
It might be 8, but I don't think it is. I think it's.
No, I think we've done about 32 levels, right?
Yeah. Well, that was the third train, I think. Oh, and Brightshadow caught up. Man, look at this race. Look at the sink.
Stepping stool. Sure.
So this teaches you that if you're on a box, the down arrow doesn't happen.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, I'm seeing the good design.
Hurry up, hurry up! There we go. They all make a noise. That's how you know. That's how you know when a game is good, when you have a bunch of objects do the same thing and they all make a noise, so it makes it like 5 times louder than it's supposed to be.
Yeah, this game, or this level has a catch, where you can't just do the thing that you want to do. Okay, you successfully...
No, he's got it. Oh! You gotta get down there. Oh, yeah, and now it's too late.
Yep, too high.
Yep. Stuck?
Oh no, you don't need this. You don't need to start, so it's not as bad as I thought. But we've learned you're able to go under blocks from the race level.
So yeah, this will work. What Brightshadow could have done was stayed under the boxes and raised it up just with their head on the boxes. And that's, I think, gonna come into play later.
So on this level, we need to clear out all the boxes so we can actually use the down arrow. But we have to race. Yeah. And we have to deal with the one sand block here. But it looks like Brightshadow's just going to clear it. I'm not seeing... Oh. Oh no, this is still doable, right? Yeah. Yep.
I was grabbing a slice of pizza, but looks like yes. I missed that level, but it's alright, there are 63 others.
It's often the case with like solo dev puzzle games where the solution kind of like it's not really a puzzle. You just kind of do it and it has to work, and there's just no other option.
Sink. Look at this sink. This is crazy. BTS pulling back ahead.
When did I guess
hopefully he didn't skip a puzzle in the menu, but I don't think he did.
No. I just like when I'm watching somebody just push a block around, I'm assuming that it's not possible to go faster, so I'm just kind of surprised that Brightshadow got past, but nope, this is gonna be another quick clear here from BladeTwinSwords.
Brightshadow discovering a pretty important mechanic there that I don't think comes up for quite a few levels, but you can fall faster than a box and catch it on your own head.
That's cute. This level's called Difficulty Spike, which is a very cute name.
He was indeed in a tomb of his own making. Oh no, playing 2 games in which you can entomb yourself due to your own hubris. Yes, we have spikes. The interesting thing about these spikes is they will glow red when you fall on them from a certain height, but from a low enough height, you won't take any damage while falling on them at all.
Huh.
Yeah.
How are we supposed to figure that out? Oh, it says in the paste band.
Oh, does it? I was saying maybe, you know.
You can't fall from more than 3 spaces onto a spike. If they are flashing, you will capital D-I-E.
Wow.
And it becomes very apparent on this level, where you can kind of just see the architecture. So the level's called Stair Constructor 1, and as much as you want to go up there and just go collect the coin, I think... Oh no.
So what you have to do...
This game could... There's no reason this game couldn't have had an undo button, right?
Well... It's hard to know how much to undo. I guess the last time you started pressing the button. it could do that. Brightshadow solving that level better than I did. I didn't know that you could quickly come back to the left under the boxes. So that's actually a much easier level. I don't know if that's actually intended. There's another way to solve it where you don't do that.
Okay, BTS finally found the solution, and he also found like the quickest way to do the solution. I think you could have been slightly messier there and still been fine. I'm
Brightshadow
curious to see.
understanding these pretty quickly. Yep, you don't take damage if you fall onto the on a box.
It's called Stair Constructor. Build stairs.
Indeed, you have to build stairs enough where you can fall down. Yeah, we've got another stair maker, and BTS absolutely has this solved, but doesn't.
Nope.
Yep. Did it just a bit too high.
This is a time-consuming loss. Like, you do
It
not
is.
want to be in these like build your own level and then fail. And you can see like there's big thought being put in here.
Not only that, what BTS doesn't see is that with the way they did it, they would not have been able to finish this level, I don't think. Maybe you can drop off to the left and land on that little ledge there. But it looks a little too far.
As screwed the pooch. Because you cannot get to the column that has the space next to the coin.
Yeah, this coin has to be at the end. I think Brightshadow now sees that.
Yeah, I thought there would be more of these like sequencing issues. With obvious like this needs to be the last coin. I guess it's often in this game just been gravity. Or like the thing that's at the top of the screen.
BTS solved this level very quickly.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, is there any puzzle here? It's just...
You have to think to use the ceiling as a platform, but if you just start doing things, it becomes pretty obvious that that's all.
Again, like this is another level where I'm just like, I can't imagine a way of screwing it up as long as you know what the jump height is. I'm sorry. Commentator's curse is just a cruel thing.
Yeah, I know, that was one of the worst examples I've ever seen. Oh, and Brightshadow finishing this level the first time. Yeah, just run. Got this. Got nothing. You got no other choice.
This level
no!
is like... So, the level that BladeTwinSword is on now is like really easy to do slowly. You can just move all of the spikes up one at a time over and over again.
That's what I did.
But I imagine there's like a clever way to do it.
I think there is.
Oh, half pixels are a great start, actually. Go up 3, go up 6, and then don't jump all the way down, and you get 2 for free. Oh, I guess go up 1, go up 4, go up 7, but... Yeah, this works. This is a good solve here from BladeTwinSwords on a level that like gave you way too much flexibility to not be solved like this.
And we're taking the train into the final set of levels, I believe.
Don't stare directly at lasers. Payspin said don't touch lasers. In general. Good video game advice. Were you around for pen test earlier?
Oh yeah.
That game threw me off because it had both dangerous and non-dangerous lasers.
It's true. That game was wild. Very, very hard Portal style game. The original submitted goal for that was actually the whole game, and I
was it really?
Yeah, and I don't know. It took me about 90 minutes to get to the goal that they played, so I don't know.
Yeah.
How much further it is.
It's a hard watch. It's one of those games that I felt like you need to get your hands on, but then I'm also watching the players who had their hands on it. This game I feel is like almost the opposite actually, where like as a spectator, I either understand the puzzle and could immediately do it if given the opportunity, or I don't.
That was a really good solve from Brightshadow. I actually thought they had screwed it up by moving one of the coins upwards, but they were able to recover.
And this has just been a close race the whole time. And the players have just been walling on completely different levels.
I know.
There could be like a different tier if like one player understands the lasers better or something, but I'm struggling to imagine. I think it's just gonna be like who is able to like not be walled and not do stupid things like that.
I don't remember them completely, but I remember the last few levels actually being pretty difficult. Brightshadow got nothing here.
Classy stuff there from BladeTwinSwords, making progress when progress is not guaranteed.
Oh no, Brightshadow had it solved, but raised just the one right in the middle that had the coin on it, so he drove it off screen. Hopefully can replicate that solution. There we go.
If this game, like, if they don't come into the interview and say, I wish it, like, controlled slightly better, I'd be very surprised, because the amount of, like foolish, just, I've made a small, mechanical errors, I'm assuming that they're, like, mechanical, and they're very much not.
It is a little, yeah, it is a little odd, but it's just mostly left and right. I think it does. The way it kind of locks you to the grid is weird, though. Your movement isn't locked to the grid, but obviously which ones you can raise up and down on.
I think, like, what Brightshadow just did there was probably a puzzling mistake and not a mechanical mistake. Often when we, like, I'm saying mechanical, like, often it's just they slightly rush through a puzzle before thinking about it. How do you do this for BladeTwinSwords?
This was a really hard one. The way you do this level for Brightshadow is you go under one laser and above the next one.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. And then you build a wall. Yeah, okay. I think BladeTwinSwords found it, and it should be very similar on the side given.
Yeah, it did, but this is that took me a whole lot longer. That was a really fast solve, I think. That's a difficult level.
If this game had like slightly better graphics, it would just be very funny. Instead, it's only just quite funny.
So this one, I think you might want to catch it on your head. I'm trying to remember what that does.
You know what it is about this puzzle? There's no like catch. These aren't like puzzles that are being made where it's like, oh, I figured out the trick.
Yeah.
There was a trick. These are just a guy made puzzles.
Wow, the way BTS solved that, I don't think is the way that I did, but I appreciate that solve. That was good.
I'm concerned by the title on this one saying dangerous ceiling. There is a somewhat of a solution here, which is just get rid of the ceiling, but it's only one block, because I'm pretty sure you can't go above the screen.
No, I think you die. Just like in the last game, that's too weird. 2 games where touching the ceiling kills you.
That's why I wasn't that confident. I'm just like, am I just thinking about the last game?
I'm pretty sure the last level does not give you a jump, if I remember correctly.
What was It was an MT, right? We also had the game that you could only jump twice.
Yeah, Leg Breaker.
Leg Breaker. There's another one that's coming out on Steam that makes me excited, where you're an egg, but you if you take fall damage, you just die. And so it's a lot of like, how do I make this jump, but like only from a height where I don't really fall after the jump. Very much a classic MT, except for it's 10 minutes long. So I'm excited for when it comes out fully, because I think I'm just gonna play it.
Omelet Boris. I forgot about Omelet Boris. I would recommend not playing Omelet Boris, but it is a game. We played it in Mystery Tournament. If you want to look it up, it exists.
The one I'm thinking of, if you guys want to go check it out or wishlist it, I believe it's like Foul Play or something, but FOWL.
Makes so much sense.
I've got time. That's what I did today. I went through my wish list and like cleaned it up because I was tired of getting foul damage. I was tired of like getting emails about games that are on sale, and I'm like, if I'm not gonna buy you, then why are you on my list? Okay, we've gotten a solution here from BTS, and while they don't get the star, and so it's a shameful solution, stars aren't needed for the race, and we are moved on to a level that says the final world, so it's a good sign. What happens if you push a block through a coin? I assume it's not a bad thing, but we need to race it?
Yeah, the block doesn't fall, I believe. Yeah.
Ah. Well, that's a problem. Not that much of a problem.
This is a problem. In BTSC that I believe you need to... You can raise this up 1. No, that's too many. Because you already can't push it. You can only raise that one up 1. So you can still push the block when it gets down to the bottom. Right, Brightshadow has this level solved, just didn't do it extreme enough. This is a huge sticking point though. I think it's going to be pretty difficult to catch up at this point. Some of these final levels are really hard though.
And these players have just walled on completely different levels, like consistently.
I know, it's very interesting.
Okay, this looks good for Brightshadow, except for, you know, the fact that we're not immediately winning.
Yeah, I think you can just fall to get this coin. Yeah, Brightshadow has it.
Good stuff. This one I saw from BladeTwinSwords, and they did the pixel trick on every coin, and it felt intended, which it hasn't felt intended previously. Also, the beginning of this level is really weird, with the lasers pointing different directions, but... Meanwhile, on BladeTwin's side, this is by far the most coins we've had, right? 16 on screen?
Yeah. And it's pretty challenging. Brightshadow keeps moving the one... You can't do 2 in the middle, or else they're both pointing outward. Gotta do, like, the one that's pointing to the left, and then the one on the far right edge.
I think this isn't actually that hard, right? You can just make the jump from, like, really high. Can you not just fall into that pit if you...
Oh, for BTS, you're saying?
Yeah.
You can't fall in the one tile gap.
Oh, okay.
I don't know why. You don't have enough air control, some reason, but it makes this level a lot harder than it looks. Like here, the only way to get into these gaps is to actually walk into them if they're only one tile wide.
And once you've made these pillars on the side, this level becomes hard.
Yeah, I think it might be unbeatable because the things always move with you. I don't think there's any chance of getting that upper coin. Never mind. Oh, now there isn't. Oh, BTS could have done it.
There's been so many of these little moments where the players have like solved the puzzle and like know that they had the puzzle solved, but
But
I've
just
just made one extra
held up
step or
for
one
just
extra block
one
push or
square
whatever.
too long, yeah.
Yeah. The amount of blocks that are landing on this poor man's head, it feels concussive.
He can take it.
I mean, he's done how many cartwheels? Thousands.
Yeah, this guy's a pro.
And he's not putting his arms up to do the cartwheels, which feels...
It's true, that feels... Okay, and then BTS somehow remembered that solve.
Yep.
I don't really understand how it was able to so effectively recreate that, but...
It says not the race, but I think this is still very much the race.
I think you just raise the one up in front of it and just walk past it. I don't think you can push spikes.
Yeah, there isn't anything to it. There's... Yeah, you just go down. Just go down
Oh
there.
no, but if you raise it up, you can't get to the... Oh yeah, there you go.
Yeah, just go down there. Those, you talk about those levels that I mentioned where, like, it's not a real mechanic, or it's just using the, like, a beginning mechanic, but pretending like it's using a harder mechanic.
Now we have
thankfully...
boxes and slopes.
Oh, we have a number in the top left, by the way. This is level 57.
Oh.
And you can see on Brightshadow, he's on level 50.
Yes.
So, actually, at this point, a pretty significant lead, because we're just running out of levels. Pacebin said level 64. So, actually, like, half as many levels left for BladeTwinSwords. We've gotten back to level designs that look very familiar to what we've seen previously. A decent theme for the end of the game.
Yeah, the big mechanic that this one is given to you is that you can push a box up on your head by coming at it from below on a slope.
Looks like this is going to be a solve on a tricky level here for Brightshadow. Continue to make good progress, and he needs to do so if he's going to have a chance in this race.
And that was faster than BTS on that level. It's so weird. They've got, like, opposite brains.
Do you think if they're both in a room together, they'd be doing better? Because I'm not sure that's necessarily true.
It's hard to say.
I've seen enough escape rooms or like people trying to solve a thing together, and like sometimes like something like difficult like Baba Is You, I think you just need what I usually think of the girlfriend who's like, oh, that's cute. Whatever Brightshadow just did, no, put it on your head. Put it on your head. Aww.
That's how BTS solved this level too. I don't know if that's required, but...
Oh, this is... No. Okay, yeah. Well, no, you don't have a way to get back down. This is incredibly cute.
Yeah, it's good.
It works.
I don't remember how I solved it now. I don't remember doing that, but maybe
that can't be intended.
I don't know. They both solved it that way. No, Sisyphus is a different game. We played it in Mystery Tournament 16 Top 8.
I think there was this game called Sokoban, which might be the original Sokoban, but I'm curious what you mean by Sokobaner.
I think that's called Boxel. There are those levels, you know, when you start a Sokoban game and it's using like one of like the levels, like the original, and you're like, oh no. This guy just copied. I think the first Sokoban game was first-person Sokoban.
That was one of my favorite things recently. I was joking with Hempuli, going, hey, you had a really good, like, honest compliment. You had a really good, like, first Sokoban level. Because it wasn't just 3 blocks in a row where you push out the sides. And then the next game that he releases the next day just starts with 3 blocks in your face.
BTS had that level solved and then made a mistake and still was able to correct the mistake and had the level solved and reset it anyway. I'm concerned they didn't think they had the level. Now you just need to go up top and then come down to get the coin. There we go.
Yeah, the block is meaningless. Crowbar. Huh. You're just describing the way the blocks are?
Yeah, you have to
Or
push them up with your head, like a crowbar.
oh, here you go. Prior open. We're on 59. That's 5 levels left. Brightshadow has lost some momentum on this this level, which was one of those ones where I think I don't remember it very much actually from BTS, which is presumably because they finished it very quickly. This is just a hard concept. How do you make a stack high enough to avoid? And I do remember now that I think about it, BTS going through it, but I still don't remember the solution, which is never a good sign.
I think you have to put the box on your head. Could be wrong.
And how does it move? Meanwhile, on puzzles that seem easier, just walk across the
Maybe.
sky. Just pull these down, 2 each, and then do it. Careful though.
Yeah, you have to be pretty gradual about it, or else you're not going to be able to get up. But yeah, what a helpful level name. That's the level. I mean, that tells you the whole thing.
Oh, it's classy. You don't actually have to pull them all 2 down.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if... I mean, you could, but there's no point.
Yeah.
Slightly faster. Not another staircase. Is that the game pithily saying that it's not another staircase level? Or is it the game pithily saying that you shouldn't build a staircase?
It actually isn't a staircase because, yep, you do exactly what BTS did. Man, that was a quick... Seeing that quickly is pretty good.
There you go.
That is a fast solve.
Yeah, and this race is quickly becoming over because BladeTwinSwords just hasn't been walled on any of these.
Onto the level, this was originally in World 2.
See, now that's how you know that there was development.
Yeah.
With these like solo dev flash style games, often you just find just somewhere in like absolutely not the last world a level that's just way hard. Even Hempuli, I was joking, does have this issue of like an impossible level or just slightly hard level. And when you're literally making a game in one day like Hempuli is, and then using us as playtesters, it's not too surprising. He actually does have great playtesting because it's us. Acknowledging that you need to move a world back in your level title means that you had at least 2 friends play it. And they both went, I don't understand this level. This one's called Hard Quirk, which I think is the first useless level title we've had all run.
This is getting near the end. I remember this level.
Yeah, it's like level 62 out of 64.
You can make this right here, which is something that's not obvious. Like, you can walk across that gap, yeah.
This doesn't look like a solution to me. But I guess you could jump back down there and then block it again if you needed to. Now you cannot.
You have to use the down arrow block to block that. And now it's solved. Just go to the left.
Yeah.
BTS, you got this. Go to the left. You're done.
I just jumped down from a tremendous height.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Well, he didn't need to go 2 away.
Yeah. These players at no point as it felt like when they've made a small mistake, have they like then forgotten how to play the game? They haven't like given up on a solution ever. Obviously they're still being walled. It's actively happening right now for Brightshadow, but it's not like he was close to having it earlier, and then has forgotten how to do it. Not
Yeah,
sure
this
if
is a
that's
pretty tricky solution, though.
Yeah, this one I know you said like put it on your head or something. I still don't like. I'm not fathoming it.
You have to put both
Okay.
boxes on your head.
Oh.
So you have to drop them on the coin, I believe, and then collect the coin.
Okay, we're finally doing the intended
This is the final
cool
level.
laser plays. You should consider snagging that coin, but I guess the box will fall.
Yeah, you have to get that coin at the right time. This level is hard. This well, before we had to stack the boxes on a coin in an earlier level, but you do have to remember.
I guess it's levels like this is why we don't have an undo button, by the way. Because I'm not sure what it would possibly look like.
Well, it could just snap you back to that state. I don't know. Some games have them.
Yeah. We done? Can we just... Oh no, there's another coin in the top hiding behind the pause.
Yeah. And there's no solid ground to the far right, if you'll see.
Yet. We do have Sokoban. Uh-oh. No, we can do that.
Good. This is good. Wow, this was a fast solve. Look at that. That's a dot done, I believe.
Yeah. Oh, that's cute. God making the credits. Let's go, God. Also, us. We made the credits. Let's go, us.
Woohoo!
This is 2018. I did not feel that in my heart, but I guess it's just pure nostalgia. I think Brightshadow will enjoy the rest of this game once we give them a solution to 52.
You don't get past the laser. Well, I guess you do. You gotta put the two boxes on the coin, then you walk under the coin, then you go up, and then when you walk off, because there were two boxes on your head, the boxes are going to be blocking the laser, and then you can go up past it. I could draw it. Well, there are people who exist who could draw it.
We're unfortunately missing a coin. Here's the coin. Okay. Brightshadow's now doing the strategy.
No, you won't be hit by the laser because you had two boxes on your head.
And when they fall off, if you do it high enough, it's fine. I'm gonna do other professional things. Let's just check the Give Game channel for more accurately the schedule. Just to see if this was the last race of the night. I think it was.
I think it is.
Yeah, 18 hours till next one. I think that's not happening on this stream. This feels... Brightshadow's mentioned it in chats before, and this feels almost precisely what he was talking about, where Brightshadow's a good puzzler and then laments getting walled. This might be the hardest level in the game, to be honest. But the the pace there was so close for the majority of this race. And then it was just the, more or less this level.
So see right here, Aramath, when he walks out, the box is going to fall 1, so it won't be blocking the laser anymore. But if you imagine if he had 2 boxes on his head, and he walked out, and he was 1 under the laser, then it would fall and still be blocking the laser, and that's how you get past it. Yeah. There we go.
We have all of this area to draw, and we can make it. But...
All right, but since this is the last one of the night, and I just got dinner, we're gonna move on. GG to both racers. It was a good match. It was a fast match. Let's see what's coming up tomorrow.
Yeah, fair enough.
All versus Kostucha in 18 hours. Full Lizards versus 90 in 20 hours.
Oof.
And then nothing until for days after that. We have a match scheduled 13 days from now.
Good on them. Scheduling for a future weekend is good MT behavior. Because it turns out people sometimes get busy, and
It's
if you're
true.
Adam, you're also in a completely inappropriate time zone for racing for some people.
Yeah,
and
we
it's gonna
got
need
a
to be on the
few
weekend.
Australians and New Zealanders, but the majority aren't, so it is hard to schedule.
Yeah, that's these
let's
are
see.
some good matches.
Let me just look about deadlines here. We are perfect on this. Oh no, Brightshadow versus BTS. Hey, I know how that went.
I know you're also up here in the PNW. I'm also excited about food because I was only able to do my shopping today, and so I can actually not just eat a whole box of stuffing and call that dinner.
Yes, that would be true. That would be good. All right, well, the next deadline for both winners and losers is next Friday. So winners 3 and losers 3 both have deadlines this coming Friday. So aren't too many matches there, but if your match is there, keep that in mind. And well, yeah, we'll see you around. Thanks for commentary, Paul Noob, and thanks for everyone coming out. We're moving right through. We've done probably about 70% of the matches now. Things are winding down a bit, but we still got top 8. We still got plenty of matches left to go, and we have no idea who is going to be still in the tournament on that top 8 day. It's still anyone's game.
And while we say it's a randomizer, we all know that the games only get better as the tournament goes on. So don't
Go
miss them.
through. And yeah, goodbye, everybody.
Bye.